Hello and welcome. I hope you're having a fantastic day. We're going to talk about Bitcoin and Colombia. Do Colombians love cryptocurrency? Will they invest more than the average U.S. citizen? So, I want you to know I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is my opinion. I am not smarter than you. You are smarter than you realize. Do not trust what I say. Do your own research. So, what are the cryptocurrency habits in Colombia? Cryptocurrency in Colombia is positively thriving. The overwhelming majority of population is familiar with Bitcoin and other crypto assets. The country now boasts a highly tech-savvy generation who are constantly on the lookout for new growth opportunities. According to a survey by Bitcoin trading platform Paxful, 80% of Colombians are open to investing in cryptocurrency. Many young people are already used to trading digital coins. In fact, almost half of the people surveyed between 25 and 40 years old own cryptocurrency, or plan to buy some soon. In 2019, Paxful alone has seen over $1 million in transactions from Colombian users. Now that is significant. And when you compare that to the average U.S. population, Colombians are way ahead of us. In fact, I've seen quite a number of different videos where they would actually go out to some of the different universities and they would talk to students. And while some students had a clue what cryptocurrency was, there were quite a few students that had absolutely no clue as to what in the world is a cryptocurrency and what you can do with it and what it all means. And some of the information that they had or some of their opinions were absolutely hilarious just because they were so incorrect. It was actually pretty funny. So why is it that Colombians and their students and population, between the ages of 25 and 40, are so much more interested in cryptocurrency and open-minded about cryptocurrency than how people are in the United States? Cryptocurrency in Colombia is popular. Many cryptocurrencies in South America are thriving as people look for alternative ways to counter inflation. This isn't necessarily the case in Colombia, however, since the inflation rate has been pretty stable this year. After surpassing the 7% milestone in 2016, the inflation rate has come back down to lower values, recently reaching 3.42%. While 3.42% may still seem high for stable economies, that's a low rate for South America. So inflation alone isn't driving the Colombian crowd towards cryptocurrencies. Now, while these people concluded that because 3.42% is a low inflation rate for South America, that's not why Colombians are clamoring towards cryptocurrency, and I kind of disagree with that. I still have a tendency to think that even at 3.42% inflation, people understand that their money is worth less every year, especially when only 3 years ago they were seeing 7% inflation. And when people are experiencing 7% inflation, that marks something in their memories that we in the U.S. don't have. We haven't experienced 7% inflation for a very long time. In fact, we have people who are alive today. In fact, I would dare say that the majority of the United States 25 to 40-year-old crowd has never seen 7% inflation. And I tend to think that it's that 7% inflation that they had back in 2016 that has a tendency to have them thinking about alternatives. And cryptocurrency is definitely a viable alternative. In 2018, Bogota ranked 7th seventh in the list of top Bitcoin cities with 87 active crypto businesses. Now, 87 is not a very big number, but for a country the size of Colombia, that's a significant number. And if we looked at similar metrics for the United States, I would tend to think that that might be on par with the United States, but I don't have any hard data, and so I don't know for sure, but I think that would be interesting to try and take a look at. Is 87 active crypto businesses in Colombia comparable to the number of active crypto businesses in the United States? I'm kind of curious as to that, and if I find anything about it, I will let you know. The popularity of cryptocurrency in Colombia may also be the result of people's reluctance to engage in traditional banking. As in most countries in Latin America, a significant part of the country's population is unbanked. Many people do not trust banks, do not have a savings account, and simply prefer peer-to-peer alternatives for investing. So they would rather put their money in a jar and bury it, or they're doing something where they're working with somebody locally or person to person or even peer-to-peer over the internet, because the exchanges that they're using in Colombia, many of them are a peer-to-peer exchange rather than, in other words, you keep your money, your cryptocurrency in your own wallet when you're using a peer-to-peer exchange, as opposed to using an exchange like Coinbase, Binance, Gemini, or one of the others, where you actually have to transfer your cryptocurrency to their platform, and then you'll trade your cryptocurrency and then redeposit it into your own wallet if you withdraw it from that platform. And it's always recommended that you withdraw your money from the platform and keep it on a hardware wallet, just to make sure that your cryptocurrency is secure. So, while this is interesting about people being unbanked, I could definitely understand why they would use cryptocurrency in order to maintain, in order to keep their finances safe. And in Colombia, it's much easier to trade. So Colombia has received almost 1.4 million. Oh, that's not what I wanted to get into. In Colombia, a lot more retail establishments will receive a payment in cryptocurrency than what I've seen in the United States. And so it's a little bit easier to use Bitcoin to buy things in Colombia than it is in the United States. I think they actually get that into that later in the post, so I may have jumped the gun on that. This is also interesting because of Venezuela. Colombia is opting for cryptocurrency. Colombia has received almost 1.4 million Venezuelan refugees over the past few years. Refugees have significantly contributed to the adoption of cryptocurrency in Colombia. Venezuelans come from a country facing a severe economic and humanitarian crisis. Its government has experimented with the oil-backed cryptocurrency Petro, and Bitcoin and Dash are being used as both stores of values and payment methods. Many people from Venezuela are familiar with the benefits of using cryptocurrencies, and they continue to use them even after reaching Colombia. And one of the things they use it for is to send money back home, for example. Preference for Bitcoin. South Americans seem to have developed a passion for Bitcoin, and Colombia is no exception. The Paxful report showed that 79% of locals preferred using Bitcoin to preserve their cash, followed by a great distance by Bitcoin, Ether, and other cryptocurrencies. Why Bitcoin? Besides the fact that everyone has heard of Bitcoin, another reason may be the wide acceptance of this digital currency. Bitcoin is already an accepted form of payment for online shopping at many businesses. Moreover, many financial institutions and tech startups also rely on Bitcoin when developing crypto products. People buy most cryptocurrencies in Colombia either on a peer-to-peer exchange platform or directly from Bitcoin ATMs. As a general rule, the less they have to deal with third-party financial institutions, the better. Now, that's also a difference between people in Colombia and in the United States. In the United States, we trust our banking system. Most people have bank accounts, checking accounts, savings accounts, and it's unusual to find people that don't have a banking account. In fact, most companies will direct deposit your checks directly into a bank account because the vast majority of their workforce has bank accounts, whereas in Colombia, it's not the case. Among the most trusted cryptocurrency exchanges in Colombia are local Bitcoins. The local Bitcoins is a service that you can actually do face-to-face Bitcoin transactions. Binance and Kraken. Locals also seem to have a preference for platforms that allow users to buy cryptocurrencies anonymously, such as Paxful or CoinMama. Moreover, the Bitcoin ATM market has been growing. Colombia hosts 54 Bitcoin ATM installations spread across the entire country. The highest concentration of machines is in Bogota with 32 machines and Medellin, where people have access to 11 devices. And so, given the geographical area of Colombia, that's not bad. That's fairly significant. So I wanted to share this with you because I thought it was interesting. If you live in South America, that could be very, very useful. And, when it comes to cryptocurrency, I want you to know that you can do this. You can be profitable. You can earn money with cryptocurrency. And we're here to help you learn more and more about what the market has to offer. And we're here to help you discover how cryptocurrency can help you and your family. So I want to thank you for listening. How can we be of service to you? If you have any comments or any suggestions, there's a link below where you can communicate with us privately, or you can always fill in the comments and leave a comment below. In the meantime, I want to thank you, and I pray that you'll like, subscribe, and hodl. Have a great day.